Chinese automakers are rapidly expanding their global footprint, leveraging a combination of advanced EV technology, strategic partnerships, and aggressive market entry tactics to compete with established brands. Once known primarily for budget-friendly cars within their domestic market, companies like BYD, Geely, NIO, and Great Wall Motors are now making serious inroads into markets across Europe, North America, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America. One of the key drivers behind this expansion is their leadership in electric vehicle (EV) technology, significantly bolstered by strong government support. Companies like BYD, which started as a battery manufacturer, now produce cutting-edge EVs featuring the highly regarded Blade battery technology. This government-backed investment in battery efficiency and vehicle electrification has allowed Chinese automakers to offer high-quality electric cars at competitive prices, outpacing Western competitors who have historically focused on higher-end markets. In addition to their technological edge, these automakers are using strategic partnerships and acquisitions to facilitate their global reach. A prime example is Geely's acquisition of Volvo in 2010, which gave the Chinese company access to the world-class engineering and safety expertise while also enhancing its credibility in European markets. The success of Lynk & Co. and Polestar under Geely's umbrella demonstrates how Chinese companies are merging Western innovation with Chinese cost efficiency to create globally competitive brands. Meanwhile, NIO is making a mark by introducing innovative battery swapping technology, which sets it apart from traditional EV manufacturers. In terms of market entry strategies, Chinese automakers are aggressively targeting emerging markets where competition is less intense and regulatory barriers are easier to navigate. Countries in Southeast Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East have become key expansion zones, with companies like Great Wall Motors establishing manufacturing plants in Thailand and Brazil to localize production and reduce costs. SAIC Motors. Revival of the MG brand has also been particularly successful in India and the UK, thanks to a combination of modern design, affordability, and effective local partnerships. By focusing on these regions, Chinese companies avoid the steep tariffs and regulatory hurdles that make breaking into the U.S. market particularly difficult. However, one of the biggest challenges facing Chinese automakers is overcoming the lingering Made in China stigma, particularly in Western markets where consumers often associate Chinese products with lower quality. To counter this perception, brands like BYD and XPeng are heavily investing in research and development, crash safety testing, and aggressive branding campaigns. BYD, for instance, has secured partnerships with European rental car companies and enlisted celebrity endorsements to enhance its reputation. XPeng, on the other hand, is positioning itself as a leader in autonomous driving technology, aiming to compete with the likes of Tesla. In addition to branding and perception challenges, Chinese automakers must navigate complex regulatory environments, with different countries imposing strict safety, emissions, and trade policies. Despite these hurdles, their ability to produce affordable, high-tech electric vehicles is allowing them to gain a foothold in markets that are increasingly prioritizing sustainability. In the next part of this video, we will explore further strategies, including how Chinese companies are using pricing tactics, scaling production globally, and responding to geopolitical tensions to solidify their presence in the global auto market. As Chinese automakers continue to expand globally, they are deploying additional strategies to strengthen their market position, including aggressive pricing tactics, large-scale production expansion, and navigating complex geopolitical and regulatory challenges. One of the most effective tools in their arsenal is competitive pricing, made possible by cost-efficient production, economies of scale, and vertical integration. By controlling the supply chain, particularly in battery manufacturing, companies Like BYD and KTL significantly reduce costs, allowing them to sell electric vehicles at lower prices than Western competitors. This pricing advantage is particularly noticeable in Europe, where rising fuel prices and increasing environmental regulations have made affordable EVs highly attractive to consumers. Moreover, Chinese automakers are focusing on large-scale production and overseas manufacturing to further drive down costs and avoid tariffs. BYD, for instance, has set up factories in Thailand, Brazil, and Hungary, ensuring that it can locally produce vehicles tailored to regional needs while also benefiting from reduced shipping costs and import duties. Great Wall Motors and Chery are following a similar strategy by establishing assembly plants in strategic locations across Latin America and Southeast Asia, effectively making their vehicles more accessible and affordable in emerging markets. However, breaking into the North American market remains a significant challenge due to high tariffs, political tensions, and consumer skepticism. While some companies like NIO and XPeng are eyeing eventual entry into the U.S., most Chinese automakers are instead prioritizing Europe, where regulations are less hostile and EV adoption is growing rapidly. Additionally, these automakers are leveraging direct-to-companies, which enhances their brand perception in developed markets. Nevertheless, regulatory barriers and safety standards remain hurdles to widespread global adoption. Many SE risks, particularly in light of ongoing trade disputes between China and the U.S. Some Western governments are hesitant to embrace Chinese EVs due to cybersecurity concerns, data privacy issues, and national security risks. To address these concerns, some automakers are pursuing joint ventures with local companies, which can help build trust and reduce regulatory resistance. At the same time, Chinese automakers are diversifying their supply chains to mitigate risks associated with potential trade restrictions. For example, CATL has announced plans to build battery plants in Europe and North America, reducing dependency on China-based production and positioning itself as a truly global supplier. Another critical element in Chinese automakers' global expansion is branding and consumer perception. While some companies are working to shed the cheap image historically associated with Chinese products, others are embracing a new approach by marketing themselves as luxury or high-tech brands. NIO, for instance, offers premium features such as battery swapping stations, lounge-style showrooms, and concierge services, positioning itself as a direct competitor to brands like Tesla and BMW. Similarly, Zeekr, a subsidiary of Geely, is targeting premium EV buyers in Europe with sleek, high-performance electric models. As a result, Chinese brands are no longer just competing on price. They are also competing on innovation, service, and overall customer experience. Looking ahead, the expansion of Chinese automakers shows no signs of slowing down, with companies continuing to push into new markets, refine their technologies, and adapt to global consumer trends. While challenges remain, their aggressive strategies, government backing, and technological advancements put them in a strong position to reshape the global automotive industry. Whether they can overcome lingering geopolitical concerns and fully establish themselves in high-barrier markets like the U.S. remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Chinese automakers are no longer just participants in the global auto market. They are becoming dominant players. With new factories, innovative business models, and continued investment in next-generation vehicle technology, the world is set to see even more disruption from China's rapidly growing automotive giants. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.